There are ancient wonders that remain unsung, not because they are unimportant, but because the modern world has never been ready to understand them. Hidden deep in jungles, buried beneath ancient rocks, or perched precariously on remote cliffs, they are like locked doors to a world that history does not want us to enter. Who built these structures that were so far beyond their time? How did they disappear? And what lies beneath the ruins? This is more than a journey into ruins. It is a journey through the mysterious gaps in human memory. Each image, each discovery you will see, will not only amaze you, but will also raise questions that will leave you wondering about a world that once existed, but was never properly told. Sigiriya is a rock fortress built on a rock about 660 feet tall, featuring a system of fortifications, water reservoirs, and scientifically arranged gardens. The site contains famous ancient frescoes whose origin and purpose remain a debated mystery among researchers. The fortress includes stone stairways leading to the summit and royal living areas, demonstrating advanced construction skills. The entire site covers approximately 1.5 square miles with complex structures and a well-preserved, sophisticated drainage system. The discovery of these systems indicates that architecture and urban planning were highly developed during the construction period. Sigiriya is one of the region's most representative architectural wonders, attracting interest from many archaeologists and visitors. The Colosseum is an ancient Roman structure located in the capital of Italy, built around 70 CE, and once the largest arena in the ancient world. A lesser-known fact is that it could hold about 5,000 people and had a retractable fabric roof system to shade spectators. Roman engineers designed multiple lifts and underground passages to bring wild animals or gladiators into the arena from below. During excavations, researchers discovered an underground room with traces of arsenic, leading to theories of secret executions occurring there. Besides combat, the venue was used to reenact naval battles by flooding the arena floor, with the water depth estimated at around 5 feet. Some ancient records claim the Colosseum was struck by lightning while thousands were inside, but the number of casualties was never clearly recorded. The Parthenon is an ancient architectural structure located on the Acropolis Hill in Athens, Greece, built in the 5th century BCE. The temple was dedicated to the goddess Athena and is one of the most recognized symbols of ancient Greek civilization. Its structure features marble columns arranged with precise balance, showcasing advanced construction techniques without the use of mortar. In 1687, the Parthenon was partially destroyed when it was hit by cannon fire during a conflict between Venice and the Ottoman Empire. Several major sculptures were removed and taken to England, and their return remains a subject of academic and political debate. Some researchers believe the surrounding area may contain unexcavated foundations and that the original design could have been more complex than what is visible today. Delphi is a large archaeological site located on a rocky slope in central Greece, once considered the center of the world in ancient times. A lesser-known feature is a stone called omphalos, which the ancient Greeks believed to be the navel of the earth. Several inscriptions at Delphi show that leaders and envoys from distant regions came here to seek oracles before important decisions. Modern studies indicate that the main temple was built near a geological fault, possibly linked to ethylene gas, a hallucinogenic substance found in the oracle chamber. Notably, the remaining structures at Delphi show high mathematical precision, with many stone walls nearly 100 feet long, fitted without mortar. The entire site was once recognized by the ancient Olympic organization as a location for sacred athletic competitions before the modern Olympic Games. Prambanan is the largest Hindu temple complex in Indonesia, located in the central region of Java Island. Built around the 9th century, it was once a major religious center of the ancient Mataram kingdom. The complex contains over 200 structures, including 3 main temples dedicated to the Hindu gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. In the early 20th century, the site was discovered in a severely ruined state, and restoration efforts began in 1918. Some relief carvings depict scenes from ancient stories that do not match known texts from mainstream Hindu scriptures. In 1991, Prambanan was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site and has since become one of Southeast Asia's most important archaeological destinations. Skara Brae is a Neolithic settlement about 5,000 years old, discovered in a remarkably well-preserved condition. The houses were built of stone and connected through paved corridors, showing advanced planning and construction for the time. A rare feature is the stone furniture such as beds, shelves, and wash basins, indicating a clearly organized domestic life. Researchers found artifacts like tools made from bone, stone, and pottery, but no weapons, suggesting a possibly peaceful society. A real mysterious story is that the settlement was suddenly abandoned without any clear sign of cause. Some theories suggest environmental changes or unusual events may have led to the residents' departure. Pingyao is an ancient walled city in China, notable for its brick and stone walls that have remained nearly intact since the 14th century, stretching about 4 miles. This city was once a major financial hub of China in the 19th century, where the first banks, known as Piaohao, were established. Few people know that many buildings in the old city were designed with symmetrical layouts and clearly separated zones based on social functions. Historical records describe a mysterious disappearance of accounting books from a major bank, raising debate about a possible underground financial network at the time. Many old houses here still retain theft prevention structures such as multiple door layers and hidden vaults. Some walls in the district have encrypted merchant symbols that have yet to be fully deciphered. Stonehenge is an ancient stone structure made of large stones arranged in a circular layout, each about 13 feet high and weighing around 25 tons. Researchers believe it was built over 4,000 years ago and may have gone through several construction phases. Surprisingly, the bluestone used in part of the structure was found to come from over 150 miles away, making transportation a major mystery. Several small underground pits, known as Aubrey holes, were discovered nearby, but their exact function remains unclear. A real mysterious event recorded was the discovery of a buried skeleton with signs of trauma, suggesting possible ritual sacrifice. Archaeologists also found evidence that this place was once used to observe the sun's movement at specific times of the year. Pergamon is an ancient city located on a steep hill about 1,100 feet high in western Turkey, once a major cultural center in the ancient Greek world. It is known for its library, which was believed to hold over 2,000 Talmud scrolls, making it second only to the Library of Alexandria. A lesser-known fact is that Pergamon developed a writing material called pergamon, an early form of parchment, after Egypt stopped exporting papyrus to them. The city was also home to one of the largest altars of the ancient world, resembling a lecture hall over 120 feet wide. Records show that this altar was secretly dismantled by the Germans and moved to Berlin in the late 19th century, making on-site research difficult. Additionally, the miles-long stone aqueducts, built without binding materials, have remarkably stayed intact for thousands of years. Leptis Magna is an ancient city of the Roman Empire located in Libya, notable for well-preserved architectural structures, including an amphitheater, temples, and a large forum. The site covers about 3 square miles, featuring straight street grids and a complex drainage network. A true mystery related to Leptis Magna is the sudden disappearance of the city in the 7th century, with causes still unexplained. The marble and limestone structures show advanced construction techniques and intricate Roman sculptural art. Few people know the city was once a major commercial center, connecting maritime routes across the Mediterranean. Leptis Magna is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting international archaeologists for in-depth research. The Taj Mahal is a white marble mausoleum about 240 feet tall in northern India, built by Emperor Shah Jahan in the 17th century. A debated mystery suggests that the site may have originally been a palace, later converted into a mausoleum. Few people know that the central dome's top piece weighs about 12,000 pounds and was placed using complex scaffolding and leverage techniques. Within the complex, architectural details were designed to create a visual illusion of perfect symmetry, despite minor structural discrepancies. Some precious stones inlaid on its surface were removed during the post-colonial period. Historical records indicate there was once a plan to demolish the Taj Mahal for building materials, but it was cancelled at the last minute. Pompeii is an ancient city located about 14 miles southeast of Naples, Italy, known for being buried under volcanic ash in the year 79 CE. The city once featured a grid-based street system and numerous public structures such as theaters, forums, and bathhouses that remain visibly preserved. The archaeological site spans over 170 acres and attracts millions of tourists annually, making it one of the most famous excavation sites worldwide. A debated feature is that several bodies were found frozen in everyday positions, raising theories about their cause of death and the timing of the disaster. One recorded mystery involves a man's skeleton discovered with a large metal object crushing his head, sparking debate over whether ash was the true cause of death. Ongoing excavations at Pompeii continue to reveal valuable data on the urban planning and daily life of ancient Roman society. Borobudur is an ancient Buddhist temple located on the island of Java, Indonesia, built around the year 800 AD and standing over 115 feet tall. The structure has 9 pyramid-shaped levels and uses about 2 million blocks of volcanic stone, fitted tightly without any binding material, showing advanced construction techniques for its time. There are a total of 504 Buddha statues and 72 stupas, many of which are designed so the statue inside can only be seen from certain fixed angles. Stone reliefs on the walls stretch more than 1.5 miles, showing detailed stories from the life of the Buddha in a continuous sequence from lower to upper levels. For over 800 years, the temple was buried under volcanic ash and plants, not recorded in local documents, and completely forgotten by people. In 1814, the structure was rediscovered, almost fully covered and hidden from view. The Pantheon is an ancient architectural structure located in central Rome, originally built around the 1st century BCE and rebuilt around 125 CE. Its most remarkable feature is a concrete dome without reinforcement, measuring about 142 feet in diameter, which has remained structurally intact for nearly 2,000 years. A lesser-known fact is that the current bronze doors, weighing around 20 tons, may be replacements added after the Roman Empire. One unresolved mystery is how ancient Roman builders managed to balance and mold the dome with such precision without modern technology. Beyond being a temple, the Pantheon has served as a church and a burial site for many prominent historical figures in Italy. Scholars have also debated whether the structure was designed to reflect ancient astronomical principles. The Great Pyramid of Giza stands on the edge of the desert, where fertile land meets dry sands, making it stand out in the open landscape. Its precise shape, with 4 equal triangular sides and a sharp peak, shows detailed architectural planning. Sunlight once reflected off the polished white limestone covering the surface, making the pyramid glow like a giant light block. Ancient Egyptians believed it was a gateway for the king's soul to ascend, and some modern legends connect it to alien civilizations. Although believed to be a tomb, many inner chambers remain unexplored, leading to ongoing debates about its true purpose. Millions of stone blocks, weighing up to 176,000 pounds, were placed tightly together without cement, showing advanced technical knowledge. The Konark Temple is an ancient religious complex constructed over about 2,000 years, starting from the Middle Kingdom and expanded through many dynasties. Its total area is around 2,000 square feet, making it one of the largest religious structures ever built by humans. A rare feature is the central hall, with dozens of stone columns over 60 feet tall, carved with thousands of hieroglyphic symbols. Some ceiling blocks, weighing tens of tons, were placed on top of the columns with no clear explanation of lifting methods. A real mysterious event was the discovery of a sealed chamber containing many statues deliberately broken and buried without known reasons. Researchers also found wall sections where the names of certain kings had been erased, raising questions about political conflicts and historical revisions. Great Zimbabwe is an ancient stone city built from granite without mortar, dating from the 11th to the 15th century. The site covers about 1,800 acres, with stone walls up to 36 feet tall, tightly fitted, using dry stone techniques. A rare feature is the layout into three main areas: the hill complex, the valley complex, and the largest, the great enclosure. Some damaged sections were repaired with non-original techniques, making it harder to study the original structure. The Meroe Pyramids are an ancient architectural complex located in northeastern Sudan, once serving as the royal burial ground of the Kingdom of Kush. There are more than 200 pyramids built here, many of them small in size, reaching around 100 feet tall and made of sandstone. Some inner walls are inscribed with Meroitic hieroglyphs, a writing system that has not yet been fully deciphered. Recent studies have shown that many pyramids are aligned with specific astronomical directions, but no unified explanation has been confirmed. Himeji Castle is an ancient architectural structure in Japan, built in the 17th century and still retaining its original wooden framework. The internal corridors, stairways, and defensive walls were intricately designed to slow down enemy movement in case of an attack. Few people know that the castle's white walls are coated with a mixture of lime, sand, and crushed seashells to enhance fire resistance. Its windows and arrow slits are arranged at various angles to allow coverage of the entire surrounding area. A mystery was recorded during renovations when workers discovered a small, hidden space between floors containing old items with unclear origins. The castle also has a subsurface drainage system that effectively channels rainwater without requiring major reconstruction for hundreds of years. Bulguksa Temple is an ancient Buddhist structure built in the 8th century in South Korea, now recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. The temple complex spans about 1 square mile, featuring various worship halls, corridors, and stone pagodas arranged in symmetrical architecture. Its two most notable pagodas, Tap and Tap, each stand about 30 feet tall and are constructed from intricately arranged stones without adhesive materials. The temple represents a flourishing period of Buddhism during the Silla dynasty, with many carvings reflecting high craftsmanship. A recorded mystery is the discovery in the 20th century of a wooden box inside one pagoda containing relic fragments, with no clear reason for their concealment. Some scholars argue that the staircase design leading to the temple is symbolic rather than purely functional, sparking academic debates. Rapa Nui, also known as Easter Island, is a volcanic island of Chile located about 2,300 miles west of the mainland. The island is famous for over 900 Moai statues, each averaging about 13 feet in height and weighing around 14 tons, carved from volcanic rock at a single quarry site. Few people know that many Moai have full bodies buried underground, with only their heads visible above the surface. A documented mystery is the lack of clear records explaining how ancient people transported multi-ton stones across complex terrain. Some researchers believe the construction of the statues was related to social hierarchy and political organization, though no consensus has been reached. The island experienced periods of population decline and lifestyle changes attributed to environmental stress and resource competition. Nan Madol is a famous archaeological site consisting of large artificial basalt stone islets stacked on water, creating a unique and grand architectural landscape. This structure is mysterious because it was built without modern adhesives, yet remains stable, and its construction methods and purposes are unclear. One key concern for researchers is the sudden disappearance of the civilization that once lived there, while historical evidence remains limited. Archaeological work at Nan Madol faces many challenges due to complex geographic conditions and restrictions on excavation to protect the site. The historical value of Nan Madol lies in its ancient stone construction techniques and deep cultural significance, reflecting long-term development of the community that lived there over centuries. Nan Madol remains one of the most influential archaeological sites in the study of ancient island civilizations. Ahu Tongariki is the largest architectural site on Easter Island in Chile, consisting of 15 restored Moai statues placed on a stone platform about 20 feet tall. These moai are carved from volcanic rock and weigh an average of about 70 tons each. The location of Ahu Tongariki along the southeastern coast of the island reflects its important role in ancient rituals and beliefs. A recorded mystery is that the Moai here were toppled by a major earthquake in the 18th century, but the exact method of their restoration remains unclear. The area covers nearly 2 acres and is considered a significant cultural center for the Rapa Nui people. Ahu Tongariki is now a popular destination for tourists and international researchers interested in the history and culture of Easter Island. Taxila is an important historical site in Pakistan that served as a major educational and commercial center from the 6th century BCE to the 5th century CE. The site includes ruins of monasteries, schools, and palaces, with diverse architecture reflecting the cultural exchange among ancient civilizations. A mystery related to Taxila is the unexplained disappearance of large treasure troves, which may have contained valuable manuscripts or academic documents. The site covers about 6 square miles and is organized into multiple functional areas for study, religion, and daily life. Few people know that Taxila's water supply and drainage systems were highly sophisticated, featuring pipes extending hundreds of feet. Taxila is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and an important destination for historical and archaeological research in South Asia. Saqqara is an ancient Egyptian necropolis, famous for the first step pyramid, which is about 204 feet tall. The site covers approximately 6 square miles and includes many pyramids, tombs, and temples from different periods of Egyptian history. A true mystery related to Saqqara is the discovery of an underground network of tunnels stretching miles below the surface, whose full function remains undecoded. The pyramid system here features complex structures using advanced construction techniques and materials for the time. Additionally, many mummies and ceramic artifacts found in tombs provide valuable information about ancient Egyptian life and beliefs. This area continues to be an important subject of study for archaeologists worldwide. Lalibela is a complex of rock-hewn churches built in the 12th century, known for the technique of carving directly from volcanic rock. The churches are connected by an underground system of tunnels and passageways extending hundreds of feet. A true mystery related to Lalibela is the unclear method used by ancient people to carve these complex structures without leaving evidence of specific tools or techniques. The entire complex covers about 2 square miles, with each church having distinct architecture and rich carvings. Archaeologists also discovered a natural drainage system cleverly integrated into the structure to prevent flooding. Lalibela remains an important pilgrimage center for Ethiopian Christians and is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Mohenjo-Daro is one of the ancient cities of the Indus Valley Civilization, dating back about 4,500 years. The The site covers approximately 1.5 square miles and includes a grid-planned street system and public structures such as a large bath and a complex drainage system. A mystery related to Mohenjo-Daro is the sudden disappearance of its inhabitants without clear explanation. Buildings were constructed with fired bricks using high standards that have lasted for millennia. Additionally, many parts of the city remain unexplored, raising questions about the life and society of ancient residents. The Djoser Pyramid is the first-step pyramid built in Egypt, approximately 203 feet tall, located in the Saqqara necropolis. It was constructed for King Djoser of the Third Dynasty and designed by the famous architect Imhotep. A mystery related to the pyramid is its internal structure, containing many corridors and sealed chambers with unclear purposes. The size and construction techniques of the pyramid demonstrate significant advancement compared to earlier pyramids using large limestone blocks finely carved. Some parts of the pyramid have been restored in recent decades to preserve this important historical monument. The structure serves not only as a symbol of ancient architecture, but also as evidence of the technical skills and social organization of Egypt during that period. Medinet Habu is a large temple complex in Egypt, mainly built by Pharaoh Ramses III around the 12th century BCE. The site covers about 0.5 square miles and features walls up to 40 feet tall, with many carvings depicting battles and religious ceremonies. A true mystery related to Medinet Habu is that some symbols and characters on the walls remain undeciphered, preventing archaeologists from fully understanding their meanings. It is one of the best-preserved temples, with massive architecture and finely detailed sculptures. Researchers also discovered complex drainage systems and functional rooms serving royal ceremonies and daily activities. The site currently attracts many tourists and researchers interested in Egyptian culture and history. Konark Sun Temple is a famous Hindu architectural structure in India, built in the 13th century to worship the sun god. The site covers about 1 square mile and is notable for its large chariot shape intricately carved from stone. A true mystery related to the temple is the collapse of its main tower, with unclear causes and several different theories. The temple is decorated with thousands of statues and reliefs depicting daily life scenes and mythological stories. Some parts of the temple remain intact after hundreds of years, while others have been damaged by time and human impact. Konark is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and attracts many archaeologists and international tourists. Hampi is a vast, historical site in southern India, once the powerful capital of the Vijayanagara Empire from the 14th to the 16th century. The area spans about 3 square miles and features numerous temples, palaces, and massive granite structures showcasing advanced construction techniques. A major mystery of Hampi is the sudden collapse of this empire, with the exact cause still a subject of intense debate among historians. The intricate reliefs here depict mythological stories and rich social life scenes of the era. The palace and fortress systems demonstrate well-planned urban design and remarkable building skills of the ancient people. Although many parts of the site have been damaged over time and through warfare, numerous structures retain their grandeur and fine details. Bagan is a large archaeological site in Myanmar that was the capital of the pagan kingdom from the 9th to the 13th century. The area covers about 40 square miles and contains over 2,000 ancient red brick temples and pagodas. A mystery related to Bagan is how these structures were built with advanced techniques and design without many written records left behind. Many temples feature detailed murals and reliefs depicting Buddhist stories. This area was once an important religious and political center, reflecting strong cultural and architectural development. Archaeologists continue to study the structures to better understand the society and construction techniques of that period. Sukhothai was built on flat land surrounded by lakes and low hills, creating a space that blends natural features with ancient architecture. Many structures in the site were built with large bricks and stones, placed precisely without modern adhesives, and they have lasted for centuries. Some Buddha statues are large with unique facial details, showing ceremonial and symbolic importance that remains unexplained today. Although once an independent power center, the kingdom was annexed without clear documentation of its decline. The site was once covered by forest and only excavated in the 20th century, limiting comprehensive research. The remaining monuments reflect construction skills, urban planning ideas, and the strong influence of Buddhism during the 13th and 14th centuries. Harappa is located on a river floodplain with flat terrain and stable water sources, making it ideal for farming and long-term settlement. The city was planned in a grid pattern with perpendicular streets and houses made from standardized baked bricks, creating uniform and neat architecture. Functional areas were clearly divided, including residential zones, warehouses, administrative buildings, and public water tanks. Ancient seals show animals, deities, and undeciphered symbols, suggesting beliefs related to fertility, purification, and natural forces. Its people built underground drains, wastewater pits, and toilets in each house, showing advanced urban management. Ellora caves were carved directly into solid basalt rock, forming a large complex without using any joint materials. The structure includes multiple levels with corridors, statues, and shrines arranged symmetrically, but no ancient records describe the construction method. Some internal areas remain unexplored or have restricted access due to preservation and religious reasons. Although it was once a center for major cultures, the identity and organization of the builders are not clearly known. Their disappearance from historical records raises questions about a technically advanced civilization that dissolved quietly. This complex clearly reflects the continuous evolution of architectural thought across centuries and remains intact to this day. Alhambra is an architectural complex covering approximately 1,500,000 square feet, located atop a hill at 2,460 feet in Spain, known for its refined medieval Islamic design. The structure includes multiple palaces, watchtowers, and gardens with a water channel system from the 13th century that still functions today. A debated mystery surrounds a sealed room within Alhambra, with no clear reason and no official excavation allowed. Few people know that inside some plastered walls of the large halls, researchers found mathematical symbols so precise they match modern geometric knowledge. Additionally, ancient texts encoded in Old Arabic script were discovered, though they remain only partially deciphered. Alhambra stands as a rare example of superior medieval engineering, art, and complexity that still endures today. Hagia Sophia is a monumental structure in Turkey that has served as a church, then a mosque, then a museum, and now again as a mosque. The building stands about 180 feet tall, with a central dome nearly 102 feet in diameter, and was the largest dome structure in the world for over 1,000 years. Construction materials were sourced from many regions, including red porphyry stone columns, each 40 feet high, that originally came from ancient Egypt. A mysterious event was once recorded when a Christian symbol on the ceiling became more visible after years of being covered, which experts have been unable to explain. Many interior details are made of real gold and gemstones, yet most visitors overlook a door believed to be made from Noah's Ark wood, according to an old Greek text. Also present is a piece of Viking graffiti carved into a wall stone dating back to the 9th century. Meteora is a complex of monasteries built atop towering sandstone pillars in central Greece, with an average elevation of about 1,200 feet above sea level. The landscape was formed through millions of years of erosion, creating vertical rock columns reaching heights of up to 1,800 feet, often mistaken as man-made structures. A true mystery tells of a monk in the 14th century who used a pulley system to hoist all building materials to the top, though no one knows the exact mechanism. Some monasteries lack stairs and can only be accessed by baskets hoisted up with ropes. Certain parts of the stone base show small round holes, believed to be footholds used before pulley systems were introduced. Chogha Zanbil is an ancient site in Iran, built around 1250 BCE, and is one of the few remaining ziggurats outside of Mesopotamia. The stepped pyramid structure once stood 5 levels tall and currently retains 3 intact levels, reaching about 82 feet in height. Surrounding the ziggurat are stone-lined water wells nearly 33 feet deep, believed to be part of one of the earliest irrigation systems ever discovered. The walls were constructed using alternating layers of solid and hollow bricks to prevent collapse. This method was later adopted in modern architecture. Uxmal is an ancient Mayan city in southern Mexico, known for its distinctive Puc-style architecture and built around the 9th century. The most prominent structure is the Pyramid of the Magician, standing about 115 feet tall, with steep steps and carvings of serpents, rain god masks, and astronomical symbols. A real mystery recounts how the original entrance of the pyramid remained unknown until a minor earthquake in 1950 cracked a section of the wall. Researchers have identified 2-ton stone blocks precisely placed at solar alignment points, with no known tools explaining the feat. Ajanta Caves is a complex of 30 caves carved into a horseshoe-shaped cliff in India, dating from the 2nd century BCE to the 5th century CE. The caves average about 75 feet above the valley floor and feature handcrafted Buddhist murals and sculptures carved into hard basalt rock. A true mystery tells of how the site was forgotten for centuries until a British officer accidentally rediscovered it in 1819 while tiger hunting. Many stone pillars inside the caves are nearly 5 feet in diameter and over 20 feet tall, carved with near-perfect symmetry. Mahabalipuram is an archaeological site on the coast of India, mainly built in the 7th century during the Pallava dynasty, known for its temples and monolithic rock carvings. One notable feature is that many structures were carved directly from natural granite, including a temple about 60 feet tall and nearly 90 feet long. A true mystery tells of local belief in 7 temples along the shore, with 6 said to be submerged, until underwater ruins were discovered after a major wave event in 2004. Many carvings show handcrafted 3-dimensional perspective techniques, which are rare in ancient Indian art. Forbidden City is an ancient palace complex in China built in the early 15th century and served as the residence and workplace of 24 emperors for nearly 500 years. The site includes over 980 structures, covering about 8 million square feet, aligned along a north-south axis, with courtyards, main halls, and walls nearly 33 feet high. The courtyard bricks were fired for nearly 6 months to ensure durability and can withstand loads of several tons without cracking. Some paving stones are over 50 feet long and weigh more than 200 tons, transported by pouring water on roads in winter to slide them over ice. Forbidden City demonstrates the high level of planning and architectural skill of ancient China, with many mysteries still unsolved. Timgad is an ancient Roman city in Algeria, founded around 100 CE, during Emperor Trajan's reign, known for its nearly perfect grid layout. The city features straight streets intersecting at right angles, with the main avenue stretching about 1,600 feet, paved with large stone slabs that still show wheel marks. Most statues here are made from Greek marble, despite the region lacking suitable local stone. Timgad stands as clear evidence of Roman urban planning and engineering excellence in the middle of the North African desert. Volubilis is an ancient Roman city in Morocco, built around the 3rd century BCE and flourishing during the Roman occupation of North Africa. Situated on a wide plateau, the site spans over 100 acres, with many structures retaining foundations, stone columns, and mosaic floors. A true mystery recounts the discovery of a small bronze statue buried in a well with no historical records mentioning its origin. Column stones over 20 feet tall were lifted into place using pulley systems powered by human labor. Dolavira is an ancient city of the Indus Valley civilization, located in an arid desert, but known for its advanced water storage and urban planning. The site is divided into 3 distinct sections: the Upper Town, Lower Town, and residential area, all featuring walls, gates, and organized roadways. A key mystery is the script found here, which remains undeciphered and limits understanding of the language and culture of the time. Dolavira declined suddenly around 3,500 years ago, with no clear evidence of war or disaster, leading to theories about climate change and water loss. Some parts of the site remain unexcavated due to concerns about disturbing original layers and limited funding for research. Dolavira clearly shows the ancient people's strong social organization and survival skills in extreme natural conditions. Mai Son is an ancient complex of charm towers in Vietnam, built around the 4th century and once served as a major religious center of the Champa Kingdom. The site spans over 14,000 square feet and includes dozens of brick towers built using dry joint techniques without mortar. A true mystery recounts how researchers have been unable to recreate the adhesive bond between bricks despite modern attempts. Many towers stand around 75 feet tall, with pointed tops and decorations, featuring reliefs of weapons, mythical creatures, and Hindu-inspired figures. Some stone statues were hidden in small wall niches and were only discovered during material penetration surveys in 2002. My Son is a clear testament to the independent development of Shampa architecture and culture in Southeast Asian history. Dendera Temple is located near the Nile River, built on flat land with wide views of the desert and plain. The temple's architecture is notable for its massive stone columns carved with the face of the goddess Hathor, with colors still preserved after thousands of years. On the ceiling, ancient star maps are carved, showing the Egyptians' knowledge of astronomy and the cosmos. A famous carving inside the temple, called the Dendera Light, is still debated for its meaning and possible link to ancient technology. Some underground structures in the temple have unclear functions and do not fully match typical religious uses. The construction used large stone blocks, joined with high precision without modern adhesives, ensuring durability in harsh conditions. Philae Temple is an ancient Egyptian religious structure that was dismantled and relocated about 0.3 miles from its original site to avoid flooding. The structure is mainly made of granite, with columns about 33 feet tall and many well-preserved reliefs. Some carvings depict a strange ritual whose meaning, whether religious or historical, remains under scholarly debate. Massive stone doors weighing several tons were precisely fitted without evidence of modern lifting tools. During surveys, blocks were found with signs of exposure to unusually high heat, though no official explanation exists. A sequence of symbols carved on the wall does not match traditional hieroglyphics, suggesting a separate coded system. Philae Temple is still under analysis by international archaeological teams to clarify its unexplained features. Al-Ukhdud is an ancient port site along the Gulf Coast that played a major role in regional trade in the early 20th century. It was the location of a major political conference in 1922, but no official documents fully recorded the agreed terms, leaving a controversial historical gap. The architecture includes stone and mud structures, with a small fort about 23 feet tall that remains relatively well preserved. One lesser-known fact is that many foundation parts are misaligned with the rest of the structures, leading to theories of reuse from an earlier civilization. Some wall segments show inconsistent repairs, indicating extended use over different historical phases. Inside walls still hold handwritten symbols that do not match any known writing system. The Dilmun burial mounds are a complex of thousands of ancient burial mounds built over 4,000 years ago, covering a large area in Bahrain. Each mound averages about 6 feet in height, constructed from limestone and compacted earth, arranged into clearly organized clusters. A debated feature is that some mounds contain 2 or 3 burial levels, which was uncommon for burial practices of the time. In some mounds, archaeologists found items not of local origin, such as unusual pottery or textiles woven with unknown techniques. Some areas have such a high density of mounds that the space between them is only about 6 feet, showing deliberate spatial planning. A 1954 archaeological report recorded the discovery of a completely empty mound, with no remains or objects, yet built identically to others. The Khajuraho Temple complex is a group of ancient religious structures built between the 10th and 12th centuries, known for thousands of intricate stone carvings. Out of more than 80 temples once present, only about 25 remain relatively intact today. A lesser-known fact is that these temples include Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain shrines, reflecting religious diversity in one area. carvings range in size from a few inches to over 10 feet, and some depict daily life activities, not only religious rituals. Some highly detailed carvings are located more than 30 feet high, raising questions about the construction methods used at the time. One debated mystery is why many temples were abandoned for centuries without clear historical records explaining the reason. Pattadakal is an ancient religious architectural complex in southern India that was used for royal coronation ceremonies during the 7th to 8th centuries. The site includes about 10 temples made of sandstone, covering an area of approximately 0.2 square miles. A distinctive feature of Pattadakal is the combination of northern and southern Indian architectural styles in one location. Structures vary in height from 20 to 50 feet, with many carvings depicting religious themes and royal life. In a 1979 survey, researchers discovered a blocked underground passage beneath one temple that has not been opened due to structural concerns. Some scholars question whether additional structures once existed at the site but were removed from records for political reasons. Vat Phou is an ancient religious site in southern Laos, built around the 5th century and significantly expanded during the Khmer Empire. complex includes several sandstone structures stretching along a mountainside, with elevations ranging from about 100 to 130 feet above the surrounding land. The main temple measures approximately 230 feet in length and is aligned with a stepped axis leading to the mountain's summit. A notable feature is a large stone slab carved in the shape of a human foot, with no clear explanation of its origin or function. Some scholars suggest that the temple foundations may be based on a structure much older than known Khmer temples. Vat Phou is currently recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site and is the focus of several international archaeological studies. Sambor Prei Kuk is an archaeological site in central Cambodia, built around the 7th century and once the capital of the ancient Chenla kingdom. The complex includes over 100 brick temples spread across about 1.4 square miles, with many structures seen as early forms of later Khmer architecture. Some buildings still preserve geometric carvings and ancient symbols on the walls that have yet to be officially deciphered. In several temples, archaeologists found ritual objects from areas over 300 miles away, suggesting the existence of a large trade network at the time. A debated feature is that some temple foundations are entirely misaligned with the rest of the complex, with no historical records explaining why. Current research focuses on the site's connection to the development of later empires in the region. Gyeongju is an ancient city in southeastern South Korea that served as the capital of the Silla Kingdom for over 900 years. The city still has more than 50 archaeological sites and heritage structures from that era, with the research area covering over 3 square miles. Royal burial mounds in the area average about 40 feet in height, built from earth and stone with interconnected interior chambers. Some tombs, when excavated, were found empty with no remains or objects, raising debates about symbolic burial or unknown political reasons. The area also includes a stone observatory believed to be one of the oldest surviving astronomical facilities in Asia. Gyeongju is recognized as a World Heritage Site and serves as a key center for studying ancient Korean urban and religious history. The Temple of Heaven is an ancient architectural complex in southern Beijing, built in the early 15th century for imperial rites by the Ming and Qing dynasties. The complex covers about 660 acres and includes structures like the altar of earth and grain, the circular mound altar, and the hall of prayer for good harvests, arranged by geometric and philosophical principles. The structures range in height from 15 to 125 feet and are constructed from wood, without using metal nails in their main framework. A debated issue is why some key sections are misaligned with the rest of the layout, with no historical texts clearly explaining this. The Temple of Heaven is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a prime example of imperial ritual planning in ancient China. Butrint is an ancient archaeological site in southern Albania that served as an important center during the Greek, Roman, and Byzantine periods. The area covers about 0.3 square miles and includes a classical theatre, public baths, temples, and large stone fortification walls. A debated issue is the discovery of an underground structure near the main temple that has not been fully excavated, leading to theories about its original function. Some wall sections in the site use a construction technique combining large stones and small bricks, which was uncommon for that period. A Greek-inscribed stone slab found here includes the name of an official not mentioned in any other historical records. Besides the main structures, many foundations lie about 8 feet underground and remain unexamined due to complex soil conditions. Nessebar is an ancient city located on a small peninsula along the Black Sea, with continuous history from the Thracian period to the Middle Ages. The Old Town covers about 0.1 square miles, with many structures built from limestone and brick across different eras, such as Greek, Roman, and Byzantine. One notable feature is the large number of surviving ancient churches, many around 30 feet tall and not fully aligned with common religious architectural norms. Some ancient walls here were built using an alternating brick and stone method not seen elsewhere in the region. A recorded mystery from 1920 involves the discovery of an underground tunnel leading to the sea, with no historical documentation explaining its purpose. Ceramic materials with unknown symbols found at the site do not match any known writing systems. Yeha Temple is one of the oldest surviving structures in Ethiopia, estimated to be around 2,800 years old. It was built using large stone blocks without mortar, with some stones standing about 10 feet high and fitted together with high precision. In a 1952 survey, researchers discovered a hidden wall recess containing an ancient inscription in Sabaean script, which has not been fully decoded. Some scholars suggest that Yeha Temple may have originally functioned as an administrative center rather than a religious site, based on its asymmetrical layout. It is also one of the few pre-Aksumite structures that has retained its original form for centuries. One of the most intriguing mysteries is the similarity in stone masonry techniques between Yeha and structures located over 1,000 miles away, despite no confirmed cultural contact. The Great Stupa of Sanchi was built on a low hill in central India, where the land is open and the weather is dry and warm. The stupa has a large dome shape symbolizing the universe in Buddhist belief and is surrounded by 4 stone gateways carved with stories of the Buddha. According to legends, it was built to house the relics of the Buddha and later became an important site for pilgrims. Though it is said to have been built during the reign of King Ashoka, the current structure has been restored many times, and its original design remains debated. Large stones were joined using a slot and peg method without cement, showing ancient builders' advanced skills. The 4 gateways were built manually using balance techniques and carved with precision, showing high levels of craftsmanship and engineering. Angkor Wat is an ancient temple complex located in central Cambodia, known for its symmetrical layout and stone corridors stretching hundreds of feet. Few people know that the entire structure was built using sandstone transported over 25 miles from a quarry through an artificial canal system. One debated feature is that the stone blocks were fitted together with high precision without using cement, and researchers still cannot explain the exact method. During a 1930 survey, French experts discovered an underground chamber beneath the main floor of the temple with strange carvings that remain undeciphered. A real mystery associated with the site is the sudden disappearance of its workforce, as thousands of recorded laborers left no trace after construction ended. Additionally, some bas-reliefs show patterns never seen in other monuments from the same period, leading some archaeologists to suspect later renovation by a different culture. Gamzigrad-Romuliana is an ancient Roman architectural site dating from the late 3rd century, built under Emperor Galerius as a retreat and place of worship. The complex spans about 0.1 square miles and includes a palace, temples, public baths, and fortified walls made of stone and fired bricks. A rare feature is the use of purple marble wall decorations, a material sourced from Egypt and uncommon in contemporary European structures. In a 1984 excavation, archaeologists discovered an underground room about 10 feet deep with no exit, and no theory has been officially confirmed. Some mosaic floors feature complex depictions of Roman gods, with stonework cut so precisely that each piece deviates by less than 0.1 inch. There is also evidence that wall stones were reused from previously destroyed structures. Aquileia is an ancient city of the Roman Empire that once played a key role in military and trade affairs across continental Europe. The remaining ruins cover about 0.6 square miles, including remnants of stone-paved roads, a theatre, fortifications, and the foundation of an old port. A little-known feature is the discovery of underground ceramic water pipes over 1,300 feet long, showing advanced infrastructure for the time. In a 1911 excavation, archaeologists uncovered a basement with a mosaic of a strange bird not seen in any other Roman motif, with no clear explanation. Some areas show signs of destruction by strong mechanical force, but no historical record explains a specific event that caused it. Many wall bricks are stamped with workshop names, enabling researchers to trace material origins over a distance of more than 300 miles. Tarraco is located on a hillside sloping toward the Mediterranean Sea, with warm climate and wide views of the bay, making it ideal for Roman trade and military use. The city is known for structures like the amphitheater, theater, triumphal arch, and stone-paved roads, many of which still keep their original form after nearly 2,000 years. Large stone blocks were tightly joined without cement, combined with arches and stone corridors, showing high-level construction techniques. According to historical records, Emperor Augustus once stayed here, and Tarraco became a major Roman administrative center in the Iberian Peninsula. Some auxiliary structures like underground rooms and hidden passageways still have unclear functions and may have served for secret rituals or military purposes. Builders used the natural slope of the hill to strengthen structure and improve sound in the theatre. Merida is a city located in southwestern Spain, about 200 miles from Madrid, founded by the Romans in 25 BCE. The city is known for ancient Roman structures, such as a theatre, an amphitheatre, and a large stone bridge crossing the river. Some of these structures remain intact, with wall heights reaching about 30 feet, showing ancient construction techniques. A debated topic among scholars is the true function of the underground chambers beneath the main theatre, with no unified explanation. A documented story from the 19th century reports a group of archaeologists got disoriented while exploring the underground area and took hours to find their way out. With high monument density and easy accessibility, Merida is now one of the most studied historical destinations in Europe. Quirigua is located near the lower section of a major river, in the transition zone between rainforest and plains, ideal for trade and resource access. The site is famous for its massive carved stone monuments, some over 33 feet tall, the largest known in the ancient Maya world. These stones clearly show gods, rulers, and the complex Maya calendar system, reflecting religious and astronomical importance. Some local legends say these stones hold sacred power and once connected humans with other spiritual realms. Quirigua declined quickly after a short period of large-scale growth, raising questions about its original purpose. Sandstone blocks weighing tens of tons were moved and erected using unknown methods, showing high labor organization and knowledge of physics. Tongatapu is the largest island in Tonga, covering about 100 square miles and serving as the country's political and economic center. One of the most notable sites is the Ha'amonga, a Maui, a three-stone gate about 16 feet tall, whose actual purpose remains debated. Researchers have not agreed on whether it served astronomical, ceremonial, or symbolic political functions. A 19th century record noted that one stone from the structure vanished and later reappeared in the same place without signs of clear human intervention. Today, Tongatapu is still the focus of archaeological projects aiming to clarify its role in the cultural history of the South Pacific. The presence of large stone structures dating back thousands of years makes it an important subject in studies of ancient Oceania. The Terracotta Army is a group of clay soldier statues buried underground in a vast area where soil conditions preserved them for over 2,000 years. Each statue has a unique face and detailed features, showing advanced craftsmanship and possibly representing real individuals. Most of the burial site remains unexcavated due to concerns about deterioration from air exposure and the lack of suitable preservation technology. Historical records about the construction process are nearly non-existent, raising many theories about its origin and actual purpose. Some scholars believe that the unification of China during the Qin period led to the disappearance or absorption of local cultures without clear traces. This complex is considered a strong reflection of military power, authoritarian ideology, and artisanal skill during the Qin dynasty.